Good YouTube, Quinn Wade coming to y'all with that basketball analysis on Analysis Playground. And we're going to talk about Donovan Mitchell making a crazy 3-point shot and Andrew Wiggins getting a direct drive right to the basket, caught an alley oop pass and finished it. And that was the game winner. Andrew Wiggins with a game winner to allow the Miami Heat to win the game 140 to 138. 7-4 Cavaliers, 7-4 now Miami Heat. And man, was that a good game. It really was tough. And you thought that Evan Mobley hit the game winner, and it just wasn't. It wasn't. And DeAndre Hunter and all those guys balled out. But Cavaliers, 30-25 in the first quarter when they ended it that way. And then the second quarter, 37-23 in favor of Miami. That was a strong quarter for them. But they ended up letting Cleveland win the third quarter, 39. Well, it was tied 39-39. Then the fourth quarter, the Cavaliers won it 36-27, but Miami won the overtime period 12-10. And let's just talk about the Cavaliers. DeAndre Hunter, 35 minutes, 23 points, 4 rebounds, 4 assists, 1 steal, 1 turnover. He was 9-19 from the field, 47%, but he only went 2 of 8 from 3. It looked like he made more, but he didn't. But he did go 3 of 3 from the free throw line. He also had 5 personal fouls, and he was a -7 in plus minus. He really does help them because he can hit the mid range and he can hit shots around the basket, but they needed more from him when it came from the 3-point land today. And those small little things can help or lose you a game. Jared Allen, 21 minutes, 14 points, 7 rebounds. 3 of them was offensive with 2 assists and a block and 3 turnovers. He was 6 of 9 from the field, 66%. And he shot that from the free throw line also because he went 2 of 3 from the free throw line. He was a +8 in plus minus. I like what he was doing out there. You just wanted him to get more rebounds and you want him to protect the rim just a little bit better in this game, but it is what it is at this point since it's over. Evan Mobley, 39 minutes, 21 points, 10 rebounds, 8 on was offensive, a double-double for him. 5 assists, 1 block, 2 turnovers, 8 of 15 from the field, 53%, 3 of 4 from the three-point line, 75%, 2 of 7 from the free throw line, 28% there. 3 personal fouls. He's trying to figure things out, and he's trying to figure out the shots he wants to take. And I think that that's been the problem with him this season. Is just you want him to take the open ones, you want him to move without the basketball, you want him in the paint, and then he just has to figure those things out when he has the ball. And sometimes they give him to the ball and he just gives it right back. So, he's just trying to find the spots where he's good at. And I feel like he's been figuring that out a little bit more the last 5 games, but they also been losing more than they did last year, this year to start the season for various different reasons. But he did bring it a little bit more in this game, but his defense also hasn't been as good as it was last year too. And I think that that's something that they're going to have to figure out as a coaching staff and as a player. And you can say the same thing for Jared Allen and DeAndre Hunter. They could play better defensively, and that's what they're going to need to do if they want to be contenders in the NBA, not just in the Eastern Conference. But Donovan Mitchell, he was excited. He felt like he came through for his team, and he did in a certain way, but he did shoot the ball poorly in this one. 41 minutes, 28 points, 15 rebounds, 5 of them was offensive. He also had 8 assists and 1 steal and 1 turnover. He was 10 of 28 from the field, 35%, and he went 3 of 16 from 3, 18%. He does deserve a lot of blame for them losing this game because he didn't shoot the ball that well and he kept firing. And sometimes you do have to have short-term memory loss when you're a scorer and when you're the best scorer on the team because they're going to still ask you to shoot anyway. But he just didn't have it going enough in this one to shoot himself back into a good percentage. And he was 5 of 6 from the free throw line, 83%. 4 personal fouls was a +14 and plus minus. Darius Garland only played 19 minutes. He finished with 11 points, 5 rebounds. 1 of them was offensive with 2 assists, 2 steals. He was only 2 of 9 from the field, 22%, and 1 of 3 from the three-point line, 33%, and 6 of 6 from the free throw line. 3 personal fouls for him in the -5 and plus minus. Dean Wade, 22 minutes, 9 points, 3 rebounds. 1 of those offensive with a block. He was 3 of 5 from the field, 60%, 3 of 4 from the 3-point line, 75%, 3 personal fouls and a -8 and plus minus. He hit the shots that you needed him to make because they was all spot ups, and he did a good job of doing that. Lonzo Ball, 20 minutes, 9 points, 2 assists, 4 rebounds. Two of them was offensive, one steal, 3 of 7 from the field, 42%, 3 of 7 from three, 42% there. 3 personal fouls and a +4 and plus minus. You have to like the fact that he was ready to shoot his threes and he knocked them down at a decent percentage. Sam Merrill did the same. He took a lot of threes and all his shots was threes, but he made some, but he didn't make enough of them. 12 points for him, the most points off the bench. He was the only guy to get in double figures in points off the bench. 2 assists, 2 rebounds, one of them was offensive. He was 4 of 16 from the field, and they all was threes, like I said before. That's 25%. 3 personal fouls and a -7 and plus minus. Jalen Tyson's 31 minutes, 9 points, 9 rebounds. 5 of them was offensive. He also had 1 assist and 3 steals and a block, but he only shot 3 of 10 from the field and 2 of 6 from three, both below average. And he was 1 of 2 from the free throw line. That's 50%. That's below average. And 3 personal fouls and a -5 and plus minus. Craig Porter Jr., 5 minutes, 2 points, 1 rebound, 1 of 2 from the field, and 0 of 1 from three, and a -4 and plus minus. Like the team in general just didn't shoot that great outside of Jared Allen and Evan Mobley. And you can say Dean Wade. Everybody else, besides you can say Craig Porter, but only took 2 shots. Everybody else shot real poor. I mean, DeAndre Hunter was alright, but they didn't shoot the ball as well from three, and that was a big problem for this team. They was below average from three. They didn't really make their free throws either, and they didn't really make a lot of their shots, not even from the 3-point line. So they shot themselves in the foot in this one, and it ended up costing them the game. But they did have 60 rebounds as a team, 26 assists, 8 steals, 4 blocks, 7 turnovers. That was 49 of 120, 40%, 21 to 65, 32%, 19 to 27, 70%. And they did have 27 personal fouls. Andrew Wiggins hit the game winning dunk. 37 minutes for him. He had 23 points, 2 rebounds, one of them was offensive, 5 assists, 1 steal, 2 turnovers, 8 of 13 from the field, 61%, 22 of 5 from three, 40%, 5 of 6 from the free throw line, 83%. 2 personal fouls. He did a good job of picking his spots, kept finding ways to get open and taking high percentage looks. All he had to do was make them, and that he did. And he actually was decent defensively. Khalil Ware was a good scorer for them in this game. Every starter for the Miami Heat scored in double figures. He had 20 rebounds also, and 7 of them was offensive. Well, no Bam and stuff like that in his game. So he just was the big, tall guy in the paint for the Miami Heat. And like I said, both teams didn't shoot the ball that great in some instances throughout this game. And the rebounds was available, and Khalil Ware was gobbling them all up. 1 assist, 1 steal, 1 block, 7 of 14 from the field, 50%, all of 1 from three, 2 personal fouls, and a +6 and plus minus. Just a real good game from him tonight, and he has been a good performer for the Heat. That's why sometimes he starts, sometimes he doesn't. Norman Powell, 39 minutes, 33 points, 2 rebounds, 2 assists, 1 steal, 1 block, 1 turnover, 8 of 19 from the field, 42%, 4 of 9 from three, 44%, and then 13 of 14, 92%, 4 personal fouls, and a +17 and plus minus. Just a great performance from him. Mid range was going. Getting to the basket was going, and the 3-point shot was going even off the dribble. And if he wasn't doing that, he was getting right to the free throw line. They needed somebody to balance out the scoring with Andrew Wiggins, and him and Jaime was the guys to do it. But can't forget about Davian. He's not really known as a scorer, but he's gotten better at it, especially this year and a little bit of last year. 38 minutes, 11 points, 2 rebounds, 8 assists, 1 steal. He did have 5 turnovers, though. 4 of 9 from the field, 44%, 1 of 4 from three, 25%, 2 of 2 from the free throw line. 5 personal fouls and a +12 and plus minus for him. Pelly Larson, 26 minutes, 10 points, 5 rebounds, 1 of them was offensive, 4 assists, 3 turnovers, 4 of 8 from the field, 0 of 2 from three, 2 of 3 from the free throw line, 66%, 3 personal fouls, and a -6 and plus minus. Good game. Everybody had a good game for them. and that was one of the big reasons why they stayed in the game and had a chance to win it. But they also had some help off that bench because Fantasio, 16 minutes, 13 points, 4 rebounds, one of those offensive with a block, 4 of 9 from the field, 44%, 3 of 7 from three, 42%, 2 of 3 from the free throw line, 66%, 2 personal fouls and a minus 15 and plus minus. He really helped with his 3-point shooting and his scoring in general, and that's what he usually brings to the table. But Jaime Jaquez, he was scoring right near the basket over and over again. 33 minutes, 22 points, 13 boards, one on his offensive, 7 assists, 1 steal, 2 blocks, 2 turnovers, 7 of 12 from the field, 58%, 0 of 1 from 3, 8 of 8 from the free throw line, 2 personal fouls and a minus 2 and plus minus. Man, he was all over this game for the Heat. He was doing so much to keep them in the game and keep them alive to have a chance to win it. And his hard work really paid off in this game since they got the win. And he was one of the bigger reasons why they did. Nikola Jovic didn't have to have a big night for them to win, but he had 26 minutes played, 8 points, 8 rebounds, one of them was offensive. With 4 assists, he also had a block and a turnover, 3 of 10 from the field, 30%, 1 of 5 from 3, 20%, 1 of 2 from the free throw line, 50%, 5 personal fouls and a plus 8 and plus minus. Drew Smith, 15 minutes, 6 points, 1 assist, 1 of 4 from the field, 25%, 1 of 2 from 3, 50%, 3 of 3 from the free throw line, 2 personal fouls and a minus 10 and plus minus, 56 rebounds, 32 assists. They won that one, and they lost a rebound battle, but they won they lost the steals battle because they only had 5, but they also ended up losing the turnover battle, but they also won the block 1-by-1. They did have 14 turnovers as a team, 46 of 98 from the field, 46%, 12 of 36, 33%, 36 of 41, 87%, and 27 personal fouls. It's interesting to see this game. Both talented teams. You would think Cleveland will figure out how to get a win. Darius Garland is a good player in the fourth quarter. Donovan Mitchell is virtually unguardable, especially if he's hitting his jump shot. Plus, you look at them like they got the better defensive players because no Bam. But the Heat stayed in it. The Heat kept making plays, kept finding ways to get open. I give credit to Eric Spoelstra for running good things and kept the Cavaliers on their heels and even turned a lot of their shots into advantages. And that's coaching. Can you find a way to make your players get good looks and good opportunities to where they can be confident enough to make them? He did that tonight, and the players was able to run the play successfully and get the good looks that they needed to be able to beat a tough Cleveland team. In Cleveland, they took some rush and 4 shots, and they also just couldn't make some when it mattered, and then they just didn't play defense. They had hiccups sometimes, just like the Heat did, but it just didn't matter as much because the Heat did it enough execution-wise on both ends of the floor to get the win. And that's what the teams came for. It all makes sense, and it always has. But Cleveland used to be a more cleaner and a more smarter team. Now it seems like they're a little bit scattered and all over the place, even defensively. And that's just something that has been their problem all this year. You know, Darius Garland did miss a healthy amount of time, but they still have enough to win. They was doing it before, why they can't do it now? And their schedule hasn't even been that tough. They've been going against some decent teams, but they have a lot of talent even on their bench, and they just haven't been able to put things together. They do look like one of the better teams in the East by default, but they also don't look like a team that can win it all. And that's something that we was questioning last year. That's something that doesn't seem like it's the case this year. Comment, like, subscribe, share, hit the notification bell to get the analysis when it first come out. I also do conversation videos just like this, just about various NBA only topics. I also do breakdowns of real footage of legends, current legends, rookies, and also future stars. I also do mock draft and draft coverage. So if you love that type of stuff, you can't get enough of. I got over 3,000 plus videos already on my channel that you can watch right now, and it's all for free. And on top of that, I try to make videos all day throughout the day sometimes, and I try to as much as I can to give y'all something to look forward to and watch when it comes to basketball NBA content. Other than that, thank y'all for watching. Thank y'all for supporting the channel. Peace. At the end of the day, I love y'all. Thanks for the respect. Thanks for coming back. Thank y'all for appreciating the content for what it is. And thank y'all for just enjoying the channel for what it is. I do all this on my own, so I'm just glad to give y'all something that y'all enjoy and look forward to seeing. And I look forward to making, and just glad to have people that want to eat it up and watch it. Other than that, love y'all for that. Peace out. See y'all later today.